What's going on, guys? Coach Mike here. If you have troubles warming up for your squats and don't know how to get mobile, this is a great little 10-minute routine that's gonna go through joint by joint, get you nice and warmed up, ready to squat, ready to move. Or you can use it as a daily practice if you wanna make some improvements on your squat mobility. All you're gonna need is something to wedge underneath your toes to elevate about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. I'm using a weight plate. You can use a textbook, a rolled up towel, anything that's gonna give you a little bit of a wedge. So without further ado, let's get moving. To start off, I always like to, when we're doing any kind of mobility, test where we're starting from so we can retest at the end and see how it worked. So if you can, go ahead. I recommend take a video to see how it looks, but watch me. This is my squat now before we warm up. I'll put up a comparison at the end so you can see the before and after, but let's dive into it. Come on down. We're gonna start in a seated position. We're gonna do hip openers. So we're gonna get the hip joints loose and ready to rock. We're just gonna do about 30 seconds. So have a seat, bring the knees out about 90 degrees, sorry, the hips out 90 degrees, knees bent about 90 degrees. And from here, we're just gonna sit back and rock the knees in and out like so. So try to sit nice and tall and get the back as straight as you can as you rock the hips in and out. So if you can, try not to push the hips forward. If you notice yourself crawling forward, you're just lifting the hips a little bit too much. We want the movement coming from rotation in the hip joint and not from movement in the pelvis. So we got about 30 seconds total here. That's it, here we go, just getting things warmed up. We're gonna move into a kneeling hip car, controlled articular rotation. So come to a kneeling position, all fours here. So the goal here is we're gonna stay nice and stable. So I like doing these up against a wall to make sure I'm not rocking my hips off to the side and I'm staying nice and stable. And from here, we're gonna take the left leg and you're gonna kick it up and back. Try to keep the knee nice and bent and notice that I'm not moving a lot from the pelvis. Keep the hip high and rotate out as high up as you can into the armpit and down. We're gonna do 3 of those in each direction. Up, out to the side, and down. Move nice and slow. Stay nice and stable everywhere in the body except for the hip that's moving. And that's 3. Then we're gonna go the other way, so bring the knee up to the chest, out to the side, and then up and back. Okay, 2 more. Bring the knee up to the chest, out to the side. Try to stay stable through the body, rotate up and back. And we've got 1 more. Knee to the chest, out to the side, rotate up and back. So we're getting all the small muscles of the hip warmed up and ready to rock to help improve your squat mobility. So from here, we're gonna take an all fours position again. This time we're moving the right leg. Again, I like being close to the wall so I can feel myself not rocking off to the side. I wanna stay nice and stable. So let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna kick the leg back and up. From here, keep it high, lift up and out, all the way around. Moving nice and slow. That's 1. Out and around is 2. 1 more in this direction, then we're gonna change. Up and wide is 3. So let's go the other way. Bring the knee up to the chest, out wide as high as you can. Rotate up and back is 1. Knee to the chest, up and out. Rotate up and back is 2. Last one, knee up, out, big circle is 3. Awesome stuff. So from here, we're gonna move right into a sprinter stretch. So come to a push-up position, take the left foot and bring it between the hands. So you can go from the toes, from the fingertips here or flat on the floor. But from here, we're going to shift the front knee past the toe and bring the chest high, getting a stretch in the back hip flexor. You can look up and then we're gonna reverse that. Bring the bum up into the air, lift the toes and pull them back, stretching the front hamstring. Think about pulling the left hip into the socket. So we've got 5 of those. That's 1. Again, knee forward, look up and back. 2. Knee forward, look up, Pull the left hip back, straighten that front leg. 3, 2 more. Up and back. That's 4, 1 more, knee forward, chest up and back. And then from this exact same position, take your right hand on the floor, and we're gonna take the left hand up to the sky, pull the left knee into the chest as you rotate, then take the left hand under the right arm and try to bring the back of the shoulder down to the floor and push the left knee out to the left-hand side. This is the world's greatest. So that's 2, got 5 of these again. 3, 2 more, 4, and last one is 5. We're gonna do the same sequence now on the right-hand side. So push-up position, bring the right knee up between the hands, and we're gonna start with our sprinter stretch. So let's shift that right knee forward and look up, keeping the back leg straight, feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. Then come back the other way, pull that right hip into the socket. That's 1. We got 5 of these. 2, 3, so we're warming up the quads and the hamstrings and the hip flexors here. Good. 4, 1 more here, and 5. So go ahead and take the left hand, plant it on the ground beside the right foot, rotate the right hand up to the sky, pull the right knee into the chest. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch in that glute. Then take that right arm under the other arm, push the right knee out to the side, bring the back of the shoulder down to the ground. That's 1, we got 5. Here's 2, 3, 2 more, 4, and 1 last one. 5, perfect. All right, so you're gonna need a wall or something to stabilize your body with. So we've got a hip flexor. We're actually gonna work the hip flexor here. So commonly, especially if your back rounds a lot in the bottom of a squat, it's often due to weakness and tightness in the hip flexor muscles. So we've done some stretching for the hip flexors. Now we'll do a bit of strengthening. So right knee on the floor, left hand is gonna support you with a wall, a stick, anything. The goal here is to keep the torso straight and tall. From here, we're gonna lift the left knee up off the ground as high as you can, kick it out straight, keeping it up as high as you can, back in and down. We've got 5 of those. So that was 1, 4 more. So lift the knee high, try not to lean back, kick the leg forward, try not to lean back, back up high, 2, 3 more. Should feel the blood starting to circulate. Maybe you're getting a little bit of out of breath from these. 3, 2 more, here we go. Knee up nice and high, stand tall, leg out in front. Good, that's 4. 1 last one, here we go. Out in front, perfect. Turn around, we'll do the other side. So this time, left knee on the ground, right hand is supporting you. From here, nice and tall, we're gonna lift that left knee again. Try not to lean back. So right knee up high, out straight, keep it high without bending. And that's 1. Good, nice and tall. That's 2, good. 3 more, here we go. Up, straighten that leg. 2 more. Out, try to stay nice and tall. 1 last one, lift, out. There we go. And our final movement, so go ahead and grab whatever you're gonna elevate your toes with. I'm using my weight plate. We're gonna come to a half kneeling position. So you want the ball of the foot up on your elevation, heel on the ground, and we're gonna use your body weight to pull the knee as far forward as you can without the heel coming off the ground. Think about pulling your toes up toward the knee the whole time. You'll feel the front of the shin working and down in the Achilles tendon area starting to stretch. The reason we elevate the foot is so we can get some of the muscles that are in the foot and up the back of the leg to stretch as well. So we're doing 10 reps here. We're gonna hold for 2 seconds. one is gonna look like this. So pull the knee forward and hold, pull the toes up, 1, 2, and up. So we got 10 of those, so that was 1. So down we go, 1, 2 is 2. And again, 1, 2 is 3. Hold for 2. Down we go, 1, 2, 4. Think about trying to lift your toes. They might not come up, that's okay. You just wanna think about it. 1, 2, that's halfway. Forward, lift, lift, lift. 1, 2, good. 4 more, 1, 2, 3 more. Lift those toes, push forward, 1, 2, good. 2 more, let's get it. Lift the toes and push, 1, 2, 1, last one. 1, 2, go ahead and switch sides. This time right foot's up. Again, ball of the foot is on your elevation. Think about pulling the toes up the whole time. They might not actually come up, and that's okay. It's just the intention is what we're looking for. So let's go ahead. Number 1, push it forward, lift those toes. 1, 2, good. And again, push. 1, 2 is 2. Here we go. 1, 2, that's 3. You can use your body weight a little bit to help get the knee forward. 1, 2, that's 4. 1, 2, 5, excellent stuff. 1, 2, 6, 4 more. Mobility work is not very cool looking. It's a little bit boring, but is your fundamentals. 1, 2, good. 2 more. This is really gonna help make sure that your movement is of high quality. The higher quality, last one, your movement is, generally speaking, the more efficient and strong you will be, and the more pain-free you will move. So that is our little warm-up there. Just a simple few exercises. So let's go for the moment of truth. We're gonna retest that squat. I'll show the comparison side by side on screen so you can see. If you liked what we did today, please hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel, helps spread this to more people. Comment down below if there's any other movements that you feel like you could use some help with, and I'll get a video out as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching. Let's see how we did. Down we go for the comparison. Let's see. So let me know, what do you think? Big improvement? Thanks so much for watching. Now go get moving.